Good for you, you fooled everybody. Good for you, you fooled everyone. Good for you, now you're somebody. Good for you, you fooled everyone. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Don't get angry, don't discourage. Take a shot of liquid courage. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone. Good for you, you love nobody. Good for you, you owe no one. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose a God you think is fair. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. 'Cause my monsters are real. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Don't get angry, don't discourage. Take a shot of liquid courage. Leave a light on if you're able, 'cause we both know you're unstable. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose a God you think is fair. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you fooled everybody. Good for you, you fooled everyone.
had an empire in a golden age. I was held up so high. I used to be great. They used to cheer when they saw my face. Now I fear I have fallen from grace. And I feel like my castle's crumbling down, and I watch all my bridges burn to the ground. And you don't want to know me, I will just let you down. You don't wanna know me now. Once I was the great hope for a dynasty. Crowds would hang on my words, and they trusted me. The faith was strong, but I pushed it too far. I held that grudge till it tore me apart. Power went to my head, and I couldn't stop. Ones I loved tried to help, so I ran them off. And here I sit alone behind walls of regret, falling down like promises that I never kept. And I feel
I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling myself. Fuck everyone else. Gotta remember that nobody's better than anyone else here. Do you need some time to think it over? Look what they do to you. Look what they do to me. You must be joking if you think that either one is free here. Get up off your knees, girl. Stand face to face with your God. Find out what you are. Hello, my name is human. Hey, and I came down from the stars. Hello, my name is human. I'm ready for love and I'm ready for war, but I'm ready for more. I know that nobody's ever been this fucking ready before. Hey. Do you need some time to think it over? So figure it out or don't figure it out. I figured it out. The bigger the river, the bigger the drought. Get up off your knees, boy, and face to face with your God. To find out what you are. Hello, my name is human. Hey, and I came down from the stars. Hello, my name is human. I'm up on my knees, girl. I'm face to face with myself, and I know who I am. My name is human, and I stole the power from the sun. I'm more than just a man.
Good morning, you guys. I appreciate you showing up and listening. I won't keep y'all long. I know it's late or early in the morning. Okay, there we go. That damn music on the loop thing. So I have a few things to get off my chest. Salty did a Rumble show tonight that was supposed to be all about the truth and speak the truth, forever hold your peace, yada, yada, yada. Of course, those are my words. Anyway, he invited people to come in. Of course, he wanted them up on panel so that he could mute them, put them backstage, whatever, whenever it got too heated for him, so he could put you backstage and, put you in a timeout until he could gain control of you again. Well, that doesn't work for me. I was making comments. I asked a sincere question, did not get answered. Kainana made a comment. I reacted to her comment, and then I got blocked. I saw several people in Salty's chat get blocked on Rumble. And hey, that's fine. If he wants to block people in his chat, that's his right. But how can you have a live about speaking truth if you refuse to hear truth? And it's interesting because the people that were speaking the truth that got blocked were the people that he has attacked in one way, shape, or form. So I figured, Salty gave me some good advice a long time ago when I got on his panel and uh, had issues with what was being talked about. And he said, hey, cut and shoot. If you're going to have drama, you got a channel. Go have drama on your own channel. Well, that's what brings me here tonight. Not the drama, but I just have a few things that I want to get off my chest. And I hope Salty's listening. I also hope Kayanan is listening. I also hope 28 Alice is listening. So let's start with 28 Alice. I made a comment in chat about how Salty doxed me. Salty's like, I didn't dox you. Your name was already out there. Your first and last name was already out there. I didn't dox you. Okay, whatever. And then I made a comment about how he did a smear campaign on me for about 2 months. 28 Alice pipes up. He didn't do a smear campaign on anybody for 2 months. We never did that. Yes, he did. Dumb bitch, you were on the fucking panel when it happened. And I find that interesting because the night he doxed me, you also were on the same panel defending me, telling him how he should call me the next day and apologize. Because you could hear you and Kainana both were pleading with him to stop being ugly to me. You should call her and apologize. You heard the pain in my voice when I was arguing with him on his panel that night. He doxed me and several other people, actually. Hey, Modest Man, good to see you. Freya, good to see you. Hello to everybody, by the way. I appreciate everybody being here. I have a lot to say, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Anyway, so she's like, we never smeared you or dragged you or whatever terminology I used for 2 months. Bullshit. Bullshit. For 2 fucking months. As you sat on that panel. While he did it. While he spewed the vitriol and the fucking lies and the conspiracy theories. And I'm a fake nurse and I'm a fake this and I'm this, I'm a trafficker, and I'm that, and blah, blah, blah. It was just nonstop, over and over and over again for 2 months. I hope you, Kainana, and I hope you, 28 Alice, never have to be subjected to that. Because you know what's going to happen? Because of your big mouths on Salty's panel, you're not going to have anybody to turn to. You guys are not going to have the support system that I was lucky enough to have, that I'm still lucky enough to have. Because you just keep feeding into the bullshit. And Kayanana, for real. The night I got doxxed, the next day after I got doxxed by Salty, he sent me this email. Let me find it. I don't normally pull up personal emails, but I'm going to this time because I'm pretty fucking pissed. Give me 1 second. She sent me an email about how sorry she was and how I didn't deserve that. And that was just terrible. and this and that, and she feels really bad, and she talked him into apologizing to me, and he should call me, and apologize. And she got him to delete the show, or take it down, and she also got Lacey H to do it, or Lacey H did do it. I don't know, one way or another. Anyway, here's the email. Let me take this banner down real quick so we can make sure we can read this email here. Like I said, I don't like doing this, but I feel it. It says this was we got doxxed on the 7th of November 2022. This is dated November 8th of 2022. Hey, Cut and Shoot. I just wanted to tell you that I am so sorry for what happened last night. I had to come up there and defend you because you have always been so supportive of him and the channel. Hopefully, he listened to me and came to his senses. I did get him to shut it down and delete the video. Again, I'm so sorry. Also, I'm praying for Chicken Nugget and hope she is healing well. I hope to keep in touch. If you don't want to use this email anymore, I understand. If you wouldn't mind keeping in touch, you have my email. Hope today will be better for you. Sincerely, Kayanana. Interesting. And then I texted her back, same day, November 8th. Good morning. I've been up all night, feeling heartbroken, betrayed by someone I loved and trusted, and still can't stop crying. You'll see me around, I'm sure. I will keep this email and, of course, stay in touch. I'm so devastated that I allowed myself to trust and blindly give him loyalty and felt like he was a brother, and in a matter of seconds, he devastated me. The deleted video doesn't matter. I have watched it already on someone else's channel this morning from JT. Nothing is ever deleted on YouTube. Lacey H has the whole show on her page. All I can do is sit and wait for JT to use my name and see if my family starts getting harassed. And then on the 8th of 2022, it has been removed from Lacey H's page. This is from Kayanana. I saw it there also. I know how you felt about him, and I think he has realized his mistake. But that will be up to you to decide if you want to talk to him if he reaches out to you. I was heartbroken for you. Still am. I am so sorry that you haven't been able to sleep. I haven't been to bed either, but am going soon. My eyes are closing on me. Please try to get some rest. You have been through so much lately, and this was just another stressful and heart-wrenching situation for you. I won't bother you for a few days, but I will be checking in on you in a day or two. Take care. Talk soon. Okay. So there's that. I do have other emails that don't have anything to do with the doxing. That I won't share because, I don't want to get her in trouble. But that just shows you what frame of mind Kayanana was. And those of you that saw the doxing video know that Brookie was defending, Kayanana was defending, Marzi Girl was defending. It was really weird, but I find it really funny now all of a sudden that 28 Hours and, Kainana are so quick to just come to his aid, protect Salty's feelings, protect this, protect that, and enable his bad behavior and make excuses. As he sits up there and claims how he's never doxed any fucking buddy. He was doxing people left and right that day. Just that one day. And then it continued on. And then he'd be a good little boy for a little while. And then he'd drag somebody else new. It was like a cycle with him. He'd bring somebody new in, and then he'd cycle back to me. He'd cycle back to other people and that he's already done it to. And each time he cycled back to me, there was a new lie, a new conspiracy theory, a new this, a new that. And same with everybody. Same with everybody. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. It's just this is my channel. I'm talking about only me. Um, I'm taking his advice. I'm speaking out. I asked the simple question, was like, hey, Salty, honest question. Because he's like, everybody's information that I got from someone else, implying that he basically trying to pass the buck off on Kaylee. Kaylee supposedly did all this, and she might have done it, and well, she has done it. She has admittedly done it to several people, and apologized or spoken about it, whatever. But I was just curious about me, like I said, hey, honest question, Salty. Who gave you my half ass information? That's what I wanted to know. Who gave it to you? And I got blocked. I got blocked. I probably got blocked because I, I I told Kainana to piss off. Kainana said something. I don't even remember. It was I don't even remember what she said, but I told her to piss off, and I moved on to the whole purpose. I was there. I was not there to make friends. I was there. Yeah, yeah, he did. He's doxed kids. Sure has. Um, it it just it was a fucking comical shit show tonight on Rumble, which usually it is. How he just attack, and he's like, you cut and shoot, you got something to say. Get up here on panel and explain to me why you won't admit to your plans of sabotaging blah 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 with Tony, Phil, Nick, Ranger, all of them. Uh, Newsflash, I'll tell you this again, Salty, the same reason I told you. Um, last several times that you've brought this up is there was no plan, idiot. And I'm not going to make shit up just to make your delusions true. There was no plans. I was busy helping my very pregnant daughter move all day. And then when I got home, I wanted to spend some quality time with my husband. I was exhausted. We spent some time. And then I get rudely interrupted with messages about how you're acting like a jackass on YouTube, doxing me and everybody else on your fucking panel. So, I jumped up on your panel. I proceeded to try to make heads or tails, like explain yourself. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to everybody that has been loyal to you? This and that, and you're like, well, where have you been? And I politely told you where I was. Same place you should have been. You should have been in bed fucking your wife when I was in bed fucking my husband, instead of on YouTube fucking over all your loyal friends. That's where you should have been. But no, those things were more important. Your psychobabble, delusional mind, paranoia was more important than spending time with your wife and your child if he was there. I don't know. But that's where I was. And that's where you should have been. You should have been balls deep in your wife instead of slapping your friends in the face. Okay? There, I said it. I said it. It's true. Pretty pathetic, right? But when you're happily married, some things are more important than others, I guess. So there's that. I had to get that out there because I was not happy. You totally messed up. You totally messed up a beautiful evening for me. All because you were selfish. I see you in my chat, Kayanana. Yeah, I was deleted. Thanks for sticking up for me on panel, Kayanana, and saying, hey, don't delete or block, cut and shoot. I was asking legitimate questions. Thanks for that. Thanks for never sticking up for any of us, except for that one night on panel. You like to swoop in and get on panel and try to save the day, but in reality, what you're doing is you're trying to calm him down because you're worried about him. You could give a fuck less about the rest of us. You're just trying to placate him and coddle him. You and Shack Lady, you and 28 Alice. Actually, 28 Alice kind of ignites him, but you and Shack Lady like to coddle him like he's a thumb-sucking fucking baby. He's a grown-ass goddamn man that needs to be held accountable for his poor fucking behavior. No, of course you didn't have anything to do with it. None of y'all had anything to do with it. None of y'all. While you're giving him money and rewarding him for his bad behavior and the bullshit that he's doing to people. I see you, kind of. I'm talking to you, kind of. You had nothing to do with it. I didn't know you were deleted until I jumped down. Of course. I've moved past that. I've moved past that. I'm here on my panel like I told you I was going to in my text message to you. I'm not going to have this conversation with you privately because all the bullshit that has been going on has been held very publicly. So therefore, it's only fair for this conversation to be held publicly. You may not have given him money, Kainana, but you've given him support. Okay? I could care less about whether you've given him money or not. In fact, a lot of people in this chat probably has given him money and got shit all over. Yeah. But you guys sit up there on that fucking panel acting like his mama, you and Shack Lady, and placate him. You tuck him in at night, make sure he's all cozy in bed, right after he has humiliated and lied and schemed, and you placate and support his paranoia. If you want to be a good fucking friend to him, you should slap him in the fucking face and tell him you're fucking crazy. You're delusional. Stop with the bullshit. Or hey, how about this? Tell him to fuck off and leave and quit supporting and placating him. I understand why his wife does it. You know, my husband and I have a rule. Right or wrong, we'll have each other's back in public and we'll disagree about it privately. So I get his wife doing it. But what I don't get is people that claim to be of sound mind after a year and still following this whack job, still following these conspiracy theories, still feeding into this bullshit behavior. I don't get that shit. It may have taken me, I don't know how long I was on this panel, what, May? I'm overshooting it. Maybe May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Maybe. It was short. I mean, I kind of had him a little bit figured out before, but, you know, he would give us, you know, I promise I won't do that anymore. I promise I won't do this anymore, you know. So I'd give him another chance, and I'd give him another chance. And I think that happened 3 or 4 times. And then I was done. And then he just ripped the Band-Aid right off for me. Like I had no intentions or plans to leave. But, you know, he made it really easy for me. But you placated him. You gave him his little binky and, you know, you made sure he had warm milk in bed and cookies and whatever the fuck he needed to sleep well at night while the rest of us are sitting here like, what the fuck? You know? So he goes on this rant all night, blocks me, blocks other people. And I'm not saying he did it. He may have. or his mods. I don't know, but this is my channel and I'm ultimately responsible for my mods. Okay? So if people get blocked in my channel, I have to answer for that. My mods know not to block people. You time them out. Don't block them though. If they're being obnoxious, time them out. But I have strict rules about timeout as well. So I take full responsibility for what my mods do. But so whoever's doing the modding over there was blocking all the people that were speaking the truth. So when we were trying to speak the truth, he goes on his rant. Him and Puff Muffin get into it. He totally insults Ranger. He totally insults Puff Muffin. Hang on one sec. I need to take a drink. Hey, Vumblenuts. Good to see you. Yeah, Bob, I'm a little confused why you're in here. I thought you didn't like me. I thought I was a whore. Still waiting on that apology. Bob, I'm waiting on your apology for calling me a whore. It's not funny, Bob. I'm a fucking married woman. You don't call married women a whore. It's fucking rude. They may do that in New Jersey, but not where I'm from. You're welcome in my chat, but I do expect an apology. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the apology. I get dipshit 1 and dipshit 2 off your panel and we'll be square. Anyway, moving on to the other one. So, no, Bob, you're not getting a link. This is not about you tonight. It's about me and all the rest of us. You had your chance to come on my channel. Maybe we'll reschedule that, but I'm not paying you $1,000 to be on my channel. Sorry. Anyway, so him and Puff Muffin are going at it. I guess they went kind of like quiet a little bit and had their little sidebar discussion. That's their business, not mine. So I'm just watching and I'm getting even more angrier because 28 Hours just keeps talking. And then his wife comes on and she's talking and she's talking about how, the horrible things her and her family have gone through. And yes, her and her family have gone through a lot of horrible things this year. I agree. I totally agree. But what she neglects to realize is the shit that they went through this year was because of her husband's behavior online. 100%. He didn't know when to quit. He didn't know when to put family first. So that's that. And hey, what do I know? I've only been married almost 30, well, it has been 30 fucking years. So what do I know about the importance of marriage? But yeah, I feel bad about what your family's gone through. I do feel like a lot of wrong things were done to your family. But I think a lot of that, most of it, probably would not have happened had your husband behaved a little differently online and not instigate it. Because people have a right to defend themselves. And when you open your mouth and you talk about shit and you talk about people, you're going to get a reaction. And some people react differently than others. You've got people like me that just get angry and they just take note of it and set it aside. And then you got people like Jim Terry that call your job and do, and then you got, I don't know who all press charges against you. I have no idea. Of those people that feel like you really, really wronged them in one way, shape, or form. That's just the repercussions of your behavior. It's called consequences, Salty. You're old enough to know what they are. You should be teaching your son what consequences are. But it's clear you don't understand what they are yet. Um, it's kind of scary, and you have you know, an amazing family, Salty, and it's really sad that things have turned out for you the way that they have because you had a lot of potential. But the doxing, and the harassment that you have shown people, and don't say you haven't harassed me. I've got text messages where you've threatened me, um, and harassed me. My text message string with you is very bipolar. And I say this with kindness because I am bipolar. But like I've got you're threatening, 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 ugly, 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 and then Happy Mother's Day. Hope you and your family enjoyed the day, and then blah, 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 blah. Fucking weird, like psychopathic text messages. Really weird. But hey, I took the good with the bad, right? As long as we had this peace treaty, and you stuck to it for a really long time. I was really proud of you. And then you didn't. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what sparked it because I didn't say anything, do anything. And then just all of a sudden, you got to burr up your ass and start talking shit about me again and called me a trafficker and among other people. But like I said, I'm just talking about me. Those other people can go on their own panels and talk about it, um, about their grievances with you, you know, or we can do another live show and have an open panel, but that ain't happening this morning. It's too late. Um, but anyway, so I get blocked. I get blocked. I get silenced. I get shut down. Can't speak my truth. So here I am speaking my truth. You doxed me. You can put it however you want that makes your little heart feel better. But you knew my first and last name from the Cash App account that I sent you Cash Apps on. You knew my first and last name probably because of the caller ID when I called you. And then when you did dox me, the first words out of your mouth was, Ranger gave me all your information. That's how I knew who you were. And I knew right then and there you were full of shit. There's no way Ranger would have done that. None. So I asked a legitimate question. Who gave you my fucking information? You can answer it or you don't. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I've wondered it this long. I'll keep on wondering. Eventually somebody will tell me. I'm just curious who it was. I just thought maybe since you were spewing out truths tonight that you might tell me the truth for once. And like I told you in your chat, well, I'm not coming on your panel. I just thought maybe you had seen things differently and grew, but clearly you haven't grown from your experiences. But what I find a little odd is you sit here and you trashed everybody again tonight, all of us, all over again. You didn't dox us again, but you trashed us. And then at the end, this is what the psycho part was. You're like, but that's basically, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically you said that's all water under the bridge. I'm moving on, and I'm not gonna be doing any more live shows about people. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. You don't get to decide when it's time to fucking move on because you didn't get hurt. You may think in your small little psychopathic mind that you got hurt, or your delusional mind, I should say, that you got hurt, but you don't get to decide when we move on, when Tony moves on, when Phil moves on, when Ranger moves on. when Nick, I know I'm forgetting a lot of people. The fucking list just goes on and on and on, Salty. You don't get to decide when the fuck we move on. We move on when we're goddamn ready to move on. So you can go ahead and move on your own. But a lot of us still have a lot to say. Okay? We have the screen recording of the night we got doxxed. We sure do. Phil, that's right. Phil and his children. You don't get to decide when Phil and his children get to move on. Phil decides when he gets to move on. Phil decides when Phil is ready to forgive or forget. Because I don't even know, like in Phil's situation, I don't even know if that's a forgivable. Maybe he would be a better person than most if he forgave that. But neither here nor there. You don't get to decide that. We get to decide that. You move on all you want, but we'll move on when we're damn sure ready. And we have the screen recording of the night we were doxxed. I'm sure you have it still too. It's probably, in your YouTube or your vault of your computer, whatever. But we have it, and eventually we'll do a reaction video to it. And and everybody that missed that night can actually see how you were releasing the dragons to Bezoit and how ridiculous you sounded. It was so absurd. But make no mistake, we will move on individually when we're ready and not a moment sooner. I may move on before Ranger. Ranger may move on before Tony. Tony may move on before Phil or Nick or whatever. But we will move on when we're ready. But guarantee all of us and all of the people that you have tried to destroy in the wake of your delusions will always have somebody's panel to go on when they are ready to speak out if they want to speak out. It's an open door policy for them. So you go ahead and release your dragons to Bezoit. Feed them the raw meat. Feed them your fucking fingers, your middle finger, whatever the fuck. Feed them to Bezoit. But you and I both know that you don't have a right to tell anybody when to move on and when shit's water under the bridge. You have doxed so many people from both sides and continue to trash people. Okay? And as long as Kayanana is going to coddle you and reward you for your bad behavior, I want nothing to do with her. Personally, myself. That is my decision, not anybody else's. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting how she can sit up there and email me and act like she fucking cares about me while he continuously acts like a fucking douchebag when I have done absolutely nothing wrong. And he can claim he has receipts for this and that. There are no fucking receipts because I've never done a goddamn thing to him. Never. Not a thing. So fuck you, Salty. You move on. Get the fuck over it. I hope you do. And good luck with your pathetic life. I hope you survive all these charges that everybody's bringing against you. I feel bad for your son. I don't give a shit if you owe child support or not. I'm not your baby mama. You ain't taking food off my table. It's not my child doing without. It's sad, but it's not my business. Fuck you, Kainana. Shame on you. Kainana, you should be totally embarrassed. Totally embarrassed. And Alice 28, you can kiss my ass. I'm not scared of you. I'm not worried about you. You have your little, your fun time on that panel, because guarantee it, one day it's going to be your turn. One day. Kainana, you've already had a taste of him. You've seen what he did with your best friend, Marzi girl. I don't know if Marzi deserved it or not. I have no idea. I was gone after, when that shit happened. I heard about it. But none of y'all are special. The only one safe from not being exploited by Salty is his wife. And at this point, I wouldn't doubt it if he wouldn't throw her under the bus too to save his life. So, good for that. You just keep on sticking there, ride or die, right? But just know that when shit goes down, don't fucking come running to me. Don't. You won't have the support from me, because I'm warning you now. You've had your chance. You've seen what he's capable of doing, what he's willing to do. Salty, I hope you get the help that you need. I hope you do. And it's really sad and pathetic to see you in the situation that you're in. And I hope for your son's sake, you straighten your shit out. I hope for your wife's sake, you straighten your shit out. But the bullshit that you're pulling on YouTube and Rumble and whatever platform you're on, nobody fucking deserves that shit. Nobody. So, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm about done talking about this asshole. I don't want to get all wound up. My husband's sleeping. I'm trying to be quiet. No one deserves my tax money for help if they can't be fixed. He'll get the help he needs because he has people encouraging him. You're right. You're right. You people keep encouraging him. Keep supporting his bad behavior. So he thinks he's doing the right thing. Can't catch me, old lady. It's good to see Easy 990. Shit show. What is shit show? Shouldn't there be? Oh yeah, shit show. Thank you for defending us. Tony, you're very welcome. We have to stick together. Yeah. It's pretty fucking disgusting. It's pretty fucking disgusting. It's so sad because nobody's talking about Dylan Rounds. It's so sad. And that's what we all set out to do, and not a goddamn person is talking about Dylan Rounds. And it's sad. And it's so sad to me. I don't even know if I can talk about Dylan Rounds without the bullshit between Salty and Jim. I've already done a couple shows on Jim, so I don't want to talk too much about him because I just can't stand it. But yeah, I mean, let's see. The drama and madness. We have real people surrounding it. Exactly. Has anybody in chat right now been kicked out or caused a scene or anything right now in my chat? No. Yeah. Nobody. It's pretty amazing. Easy now says go back to my fun shows. I will, Easy now 90. This was just a rant show. Had to get this off my chest because it really bothered me. I don't like being blocked when I'm supposed to be speaking the truth or when I'm invited to speak the truth. So anyway, if nobody has any questions, good night, you guys. I love y'all for being here. Thank you so much for everybody's support. Shit show, you rock. You're still my co-host. You rock it. Ranger, Easy Now, everybody, all my mods. Thank you, all my friends. Thank you. You guys are awesome, amazing, and thank you for being here to support me always. Freya, you too, of course. Vonda, good night. Nance, of course. And let's just enjoy a couple more songs and go about our night. Good night, you guys.
It's all the same. All your names will change every day. It seems we're wasting away. And now the claims, oh, and the faces are so cold. I drive all night just to get back home. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse.